Sox, and here they come onto the pitch.
Number 21, Kate Reynolds. Number 22, Jade Dillabo. Number 12, the goalkeeper. Number 23, Melanie Osborne. And now letting up after the starting lineup for the Hawks. Number 3, Antonia Gaddy. Number 7, Alyssa Oliveira. Number 8, Emily Robitaille. Number 9, Caitlin Russell. Number 16, Tiara Portillo. Number 17, Chantal Swala. Number 18, Remy Peltier. Number 19, Vanessa Reda. Number 20, Emma Shutnoff. Number 23, Christina Carvalho. And I got in the goalkeeper, Isabella Fiori. And got the head coaches, VIU, Bobby Taylor, and for the Hawks, Jose Carroll. Ball match for them to say, ladies and gentlemen, the winner moves on to the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon.
Welcome back here to CCAA 3. It is Humber against VIU. For VIU, this will be the second OCAA battle they'll have today, and this week, that is, losing to Seneca. And now the winner will have direct path towards the bronze medal game, which will be played tomorrow afternoon at 12 p.m. Or 2 p.m., that is, begging your pardon, 2 p.m. tomorrow for that. We'll see how Humber reacts after the emotional loss yesterday in the PKs to Champlain St. Lambert. VIU coming off a win over Mount St. Vincent, and now we see how these teams will play forward here. Caitlin Russell, one of the top players on this team, will have a few duels with Cara Dunlop, the two captains of this roster, the two dreadnoughts on this roster that will go at it today for both white and navy. And now we get ready for kickoff of Humber against VIU. Humber took out St. Boniface, lost to Champlain yesterday, and here they are in day 3 looking to get themselves back into the medal conversation by tomorrow afternoon. And for VIU, trying to put themselves in that bracket of a bronze medal perhaps as well. Winner will play the winner of Red Deer against Seneca. That will be played later today at 3 p.m. this afternoon. And now we get ready for the start of this game. VIU from Nanaimo, BC. Humber College from Toronto. Humber won the OCAA for the very first time since 2012. Take out Seneca. And for VIU, they took out Douglas 5-1 in the Pac West title game to book their ticket. We'll see now how this will play out. A fascinating game with these two teams here. We talk about goals scored. Humber has it with Russell, with Spalla, with Carvalho, and others on this roster that can score goals at a high clip. And we'll see now how this plays out for them in the early going of this matchup. How will their legs be after an emotional loss as it was yesterday? Humber will go left to right for this first half, right to left for VIU. Again, Humber in their light color uniforms, whites, shorts, and socks. VIU in their dark color uniforms, shorts, socks, and uniform. And now we get ready for kickoff here, and it will be Caitlin Russell to get things underway from CCAA 3. Could Humber get themselves back in the bronze medal game? VIU will love to ruin their hopes and condemn them to the 5th place game tomorrow morning. And we're underway here from Seaway. It is going to be Robitaille on possession. Emily Robitaille unfortunately missed the kick that would have sent Humber to the gold medal game. And it opened up for Champlain St. Lambert to come back and win it in sudden death. And that ball goes out of play. Dillaba will be the one who will have that go out of play for a throw coming up here for the Hawks. VIU, a team that had a tough go against Seneca on Wednesday and came up with a win over Mount St. Vincent University yesterday. And now trying to get themselves back in the bronze medal game as well. This is a team that won the silver in 2019 and love to medal again. Quick throw-in coming up here for Humber. Here is the first touch for Oliveira. That's played by Dillaba, who gets back on the run. And this will go out to the final third, and this goes out of play for another throw-in for the Humber Hawks. So Humber trying to take on the soaking of pressure right now from the VIU Mariners, who did play about 24 hours ago, whereas with the Humber Hawks, they finished their game yesterday at 5:30 p.m. So a little less than 19 hours of time elapsed between their last game and, of course, this game kicking off at 12 o'clock noon hour here from Seaway 3. Throwing up here for the Humber Hawks, played up ahead. Here is Kinley. Dillabaugh again, who's had the bulk of touches so far for the Mariners, and this will be played back out to the left side. And Humber can't get it out of their own way so far right now. It's been all VIU in the possession in the first 2 minutes of play. And back out it comes. Long ball through, repelled away by Retta. And now coming through is the Hawks, and the Mariners are on their heels. Here's a shot from distance, and right into the hands it goes. And the first attack coming through is empty for the VIU Mariners on their opportunity right there. Played up ahead. Here is Russell, who will lose it back out. Chasing the play is Spalla. Watching closely against Creed, who has formed a fantastic partnership with Cara Dunlop in this tournament in the course of the time at VIU. And Dunlop will take the safety route out as she saw the Russell poacher coming through with intent. And this will be a throw in here for the Hawks. It'll be Robitaille who will have this throw in on the near side. Here's Robitaille again. Played on the short end, back over to Oliveira. Russell, Oliveira, on the interplay back to Russell. Here is Robitaille again. To the far post it goes, high in the air, over everyone's head, and right to Spalla, who will get to it first, looking to her left, now to her right, back to her left, looking for options to work with, looking for the overlap, can't get that ball through, and this will got to play for a throw-in for VIU. Throwing coming up here for the Mariners. Played over the head and back into play it goes. This is touched by Antonia Gatti. Gatti had a very feisty game yesterday. Really brought the edge, the steel to the Humber Hawks. And now with it is the Mariners and taken away by Robitaille, who had a marvelous game patrolling the back line for the Hawks yesterday. Up forward. And now here comes Gignac in the game for the first time today. And this goes out of play. This will be a corner kick coming up for the Mariners. During the season, they had 40 corners in the Pac West Conference battles. And it will be at the feet here. And who will it be? Will it be Creed or will it be? It will be Kate Reynolds, in fact, who will have the corner kick. Reynolds wearing number 21 today for VIU. She did forget her uniform at home. So Reynolds wearing 21 today. Through, losing is Dillabaugh. Can't get that through. That is fired back up ahead. Russell, the only player left for Humber. In support, trying to get around the attack from Yamamoto. And back out it goes for a throw in here for the Hawks. As Russell now will make her way through. Robitaille will make her presence felt on this throw coming up. Off the ricochet. This one off of not one but two heads for the Hawks. And it was Stashnoff who did not get that cleanly. And back out it comes to Russell. And recovered this time by Kinley. Kinley will go back out to Yamamoto, who will have her hands full with the attacking line of the Humber Hawks. And a whistle on the play, and this will be VIU possession. Or now the drop ball will begin, and the Hawks will give it back over to VIU. Put it up in the air, out of play. This will be kept in and kept out. And Robitaille will go back to the throw and coming up here. Russell, back heel, Robitaille launching one. Off the line, loose ball, heavy touch. Played alive still, Yamamoto right there, and this will be cleared back out to Kinley. So miss, almost a hash of a play right there by the VIU defending on that. And for the Mariners, they got very lucky. That didn't end up being a goal for the Hawks. Played forward. Here is Dillaba up in the air. Tried to get that ball to Machida, who's had a quiet start so far. And here she is on her left. Machida's shot that's deflected. This will be rolling out of play for what will be another corner kick coming up here for the VIU Mariners. So the Mariners will have a chance to add another corner kick to their tally. It will be Hannah Rose who will take it from the near side. Hannah Rose now making her way, and she will defer over to Russell, who's wearing Reynolds. I beg your pardon, wearing number 21 today, as opposed to her usual number 6. And it'll be Reynolds on the in-swinger. Far post, header over everyone's head. And that was intended for Maya Creed, who came in from the back door and couldn't get that ball through cleanly. And this will go back over to a goal kick here for the Humber Hawks. Fired over the head of Carvalho, and now we're going to play for a throw in here for VIU. So a bit of a disjointed start here for the Humber Hawks, and that is probably acceptable because of the fact, again, trying to get their focus mentally and physically back on track after that emotional loss that they had against Champlain St. Lambert yesterday in the PKs. Here is Dunlop. Rose from the stripe. Dillaba from the right side. Watched closer by Puntillo, and this will go back over and cleared away by Remy Peltier. Russell. That's played back out. This will be a throw in here for Puntillo, and she will have in front of the team bench of Humber moving forward. Russell turning, twisting, back out again. Looking for options to work with. She finds Gatti once more. Here is Spalla. Given away, and that will go off of who? And there was last touch by Kinley, but this will be a throw in here for Humber. Spalla with it once more. And that will go out of play for another throw in here for the Humber Hawks. Russell coming deep back into her possession, and now will play back out, and she will defer over, and that's a giveaway here. Here comes a chance for goal, and that goes over the upright, the football upright that is from Machida, as she had a chance on net, but couldn't get that ball dipping in the right process in terms of where they want to be. And it remains 0-0 through 10 minutes of play. Fired up ahead into the traffic of bodies. It comes through. Yamamoto wins that back. Creed. To the far side it goes. Here is Gatti. She's got Carvalho up ahead on the left side. She goes over to the number 23 shirt. That's won back by VIU. And that's forced away as Machida's all by herself high up top. Dillaba trying to provide support. That's taken away from her. That goes back out to the far side. To the near side it comes. And it goes over to Spalla, who will go into the plus territory. This will go off for a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. Humber slowly finding their rhythm in this game. Headed away this time. Gatti's pass on diagonal. Russell from the circle around Yamamoto, who's shadowed her every movement down the left side she goes. Here is Carvalho in a 1v1 against Reynolds. And now we're going to play for a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. Winner goes on to the third place game tomorrow at 2 p.m. Or 1 p.m., I beg your pardon. At 1 p.m. tomorrow, I apologize. And this will be whisked away, back out. Machida turning, open space. And here come the Mariners the other way. And right there, takes a ricochet. Dillabaugh was the benefactor of the ricochet off the kick from Peltier. This goes right over to Denisi. And this will be an indirect shot on target from the vantage point of the ricochet. Robitaille. Here's Oliveira. Launching one, and that goes off of Russell's back. Back over to VIU comes. That's played back over. Here is Gignac. Gignac being pressured this time by Stusnov, and this will be played by Gignac down, and that's pushed away. Back over it is to Oliveira, who now will circle the wagons and get back forward once more. Russell now the right side of the formation. Oliveira, Russell. Here's Robitaille. Force one up ahead, headed by Dunlop. Oliveira with the recovery. And it goes back to Machida. And back over to Yamamoto, that is. And this will go out of play. And then play for VIU to be back on defense. And Humber with the possession on the throw-in. And I beg your pardon, it will be last touch by Humber. It will be VIU possession. Gignac. Russell. Here is Stusnov. Russell again. Beautiful pass. Oliveira can't get by Dunlop. Kinley. And away go the Mariners. It is Ingram up ahead, and that's taken away. And Ingram will get it back and tripped up, and a whistle and a foul. This will be a free kick instead. As brought down was Hannah Rose. And this will go back over to VIU. And it will be Yamamoto who will take this opportunity for VIU. Through 14 minutes play, 0-0 between VIU and Humber. Yamamoto again. Played forward up ahead, and now Yamamoto will allow that ball to go out of play, and this will be a throw in here coming up for VIU. Gignac. Yamamoto, pressured again by Spalla. And that will be played back out. Over to Creed. Maya Creed on the right side. Long ball up ahead, and this will go out of play. And good morning to those watching this game in Nanaimo, BC. And good afternoon to those watching the GTA of the Toronto region on this Friday afternoon on day 3 of competition from the 2022 CCAA Women's Championships, brought to you by Desjardins. And it will be a throw on the far side for Humber. Kinley. Here is Yamamoto. Machida's pass, and that will go out of play for a throw in here for Humber on the near side. It is Robitaille once again. Robitaille's long ball through. That's played by Gignac. She loses it back out to Robitaille, who will push one up ahead. This will go out of play, and this will be a throw in here for VIU. Gignac will take that throw in. Looking for options to work with, and she will go to the short option. Ingram can't get that cleanly. Won by Retta, and back out it comes to Stusnov. Spalla. High in the air for Carvalho, who's on the left wing of the formation. And now it will be played back down, and that goes out of play for a throw-in for VIU. Pressure by Dillabaugh, and that will go out of play for a throw-in, it appears. And it will be a throw-in indeed, or will it be a corner kick? We'll see now what the official call is for the referee. And from the looks of it, this will be a throw-in in the deep end of the Humber territory. Given away this time. Gatti with the recovery. Back out it comes. Can Humber exploit on the counter? Russell playing further deeper than before. Back out to Robitaille, launching the ball up ahead. Open space to work with. Now a race for it. And you can just see the speed coming through for Eugeniak as she beats Stushnuff to that ball. Give it away. Here's a chance. Go for goal. 1-0. Spalla getting the opening goal, and she punished the hash moment for VIU. And now Humber on the board on that goal by Chantal Spalla. She had 4 during the regular season, and it gets her first of the Nationals. And a complete blush from the VIU keeper in that situation. And VIU does not know what rocked them. And that was a goal by Spalla to make it a 1-0 lead for Humber in the 17th minute of play from Seaway 3. Here is Puntillo. And she will take the safety route out. And back out it comes. Here's a throw in again for VIU. Dillaba. Whistle on the play. And that will be a free kick here for Humber. So Spalla, the goal scorer, on a complete hash of a moment. Blushes are not being spared for VIU on that giveaway. And Spalla punished them for the 1-0 lead. Kinley's pass. That goes over. Dunlop with the header and clearance. Back into the circle it comes. Here is Machida. Back over by Robitaille. Headed by Yamamoto. And a whistle. And this will be going towards Humber's direction. And right now being looked upon as one of the Humber players. And again, playing now their 3rd game in 3 days. Essentially 3 games in 48 hours because they had a game at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, 3 o'clock yesterday, and now 12:30 kickoff here. And Robitaille has been a simple warrior out there in her endeavors in this tournament. And now she will take this free kick. Up ahead. Played back out. Here is Hannah Rose. Carvalho out there. She's knocked over by Reynolds, that is. And now up it goes. And a race for with Dillaba. And this will go out at play. And it will be a goal kick. 20th minute of play here from Seaway. 1-0 lead for Humber. And this will be a goal kick for the Hawks. Looking to get back into the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon. And for the Humber Hawks, they are the OCAA champions. And perhaps if they are to hold on for this lead to win, a rematch with Seneca if they do beat Red Deer in the other bronze medal semifinal game today at 3:00 p.m. Here's Russell. Lovely dummy move around Yamamoto. Russell cutting against the grain. Through ball. And that just missed Spalla by a couple of seconds. And that will go to play. And you can just see the ingenuity and class from Caitlin Russell as she was able to open up Dunlap and Creed on that one pass. Unfortunately for Spalla, she just did not have the right angle on that play. And that goes out of play for a throw in here. Headed back down by Yamamoto. And that goes out of play for a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. It will be Robitaille who will have this throw in coming up. Here's Russell off the shoulder. Played back out. Backing up on the header. It is Robitaille. Comes through on the second header, third header. Ingram trying to fence off Stushnoff and Oliveira, and this will go out for a throw in here for VIU. Here's Gignac. Tried to pull off a lawnmower pass, and that did not go through cleanly. Dunlap now. Back to her keeper. In Melanie Osborne, who unfortunately had a bit of a hash of a moment as a fourth-year veteran. That's given away. Back open to the corridor it comes, fired away by Robitaille. Kinley trying to fight off Oliveira for that ball, and she will win that back out to the right side to Reynolds, and that is blocked by Humber and taken care of by Puntillo, and this goes out to play out of bounds, but this will be a goal kick. Three games today. We're through one. Mount St. Vincent University winning their game against St. Boniface. So MSVU will be your 7th place finishers, and St. Boniface will be your 8th place finisher at the Nationals. And for spots 3, 4, 5, and 6 to be determined in the next 2 games of who will play where in the next few hours here from Seaway. And then we'll have our gold medal game as well tomorrow night. Tomorrow late afternoon, that is 4 p.m. kick between Hunsik and Champlain. Here is Dunlop. Long ball through Russell. On line with Machida. And Gignac now chasing Russell. Down to the final third she goes. Russell on her left. Now back to the right. Back to the left. Looking for the pass. She finds it. And it goes back out to the near side. And it is Stushnoff with it in the final third around Machida. Cleared away by Gignac. Out for a throw in here in the final third. It'll be a throw in here coming up for the Humber Hawks. It will be Robitaille who will take that throw in. Trying to give maybe a second goal here in the 24th minute of play. Played by Gignac. Robitaille, second by the Cherry. Forced out. And a missed kick by Ingram. Machida back out there. Back out to the far side it goes, and Gotti can't get that cleanly. And now it goes over to VIU, and back into the line it comes to Retta. And VIU trying to get back possession, and they will with Hannah Rose's slide pass up ahead to the right side. Here's Dillabaugh, or Reynolds, I beg your pardon. Played over. And that goes over the head of Kinley and back out to Russell, who's by herself, looking for support. She finds it in the immediate reaction over to Retta. And Retta now back into the central part of the park. Puntillo. And Carvalho's touch was too heavy, and that went out of play for a throw in here for the Mariners. And this will go out towards the far side. And that will go to play for a throw in here for the Mariners. 25th minute of play, 1-0 lead for Humber over VIU on a goal by Chantal Spella on a error by Melanie Osborne. Osborne, that is, who had a hash of a moment, caught in 2 minds, that was. Here is the goal scorer, Spalla. Tried to get the ball to Puntillo. Spalla pirouettes her way out of it. And back out it comes. It takes the deflection out of play for a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. So Humber now will have possession, looking to create a second goal here from Seaway 3. Russell. Going to the left side. Russell. Lovely footwork by her, oozing with confidence and class, but that pass did not get to the intended target of Robitaille on the switch of play. And now here comes the VIU Mariners, and that ball will go out of play for a goal kick as Russell was spared the error on her pass. Had it connected with Robitaille, she would have had oceans of space to work with down the right side. played up ahead. That is fired up ahead around this level of seagull that was flying over the pitch. And now crash of bodies right there, and it appears that Gignac took a collision with Stushnoff, and now giving away back out to Ingram, who's lost her flow as she landed on the ball momentarily. This will be played off the ricochet, and here come the Hawks the other way. Here is Russell down the right side. On the overlap is Stushnoff, and here she is down the right side, working her way through. Machida trying to get Yamamoto trying to get back into play. Dunlop added the position, and she recovers in time, and this will go back out. A long kick from Gotti went absolutely nowhere, and back out it comes to the VIU Mariners, and here is Dillabaugh with it as Puntillo trying to work her way through. Rose, Dillabaugh, and a crunching defending by Remy Pelletier to take away that seam of a lane for Dillabaugh, and this will be back over to the Mariners on a throw-in. Lovely back heel from Spalla. Here come the Hawks. And that one right to Dunlop's feet. Play back out again. Machida. Dillabaugh. Machida again. Taken away once more. This time by Carvalho. And a slip by a Humber player. And now with it is Kinley. And that is going to go right to Hannah Rose off the ricochet. Through ball in. Robitaille will force that to play. And this goes off the coach's chest. The first touch of the day for the backroom staff of the Humber Hawks. That's played through. That's going to be blocked. And now with it is Spalla. And that will be headed back forward. Creed off of her shoulder. Still in possession on the hook kick, and back out it comes. And a launch through, and the closest one is Yamamoto, who will allow Mel Osborne to get that possession. Here's Dunlop, the captain of the VIU Mariners. Yamamoto, Gignac. Machida, and now we're going to play for a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. And it will be Robitaille who will take this throw in here. And a whistle in the play, and now the first substitution coming in for the Humber Hawks, and it appears it will be Sarah Pigla coming in. So Stashnoff is off. Sarah Piglia in the game, and now it will be a throw in here, the 30th minute of play. And that goes out of play, and this will be another throw in here for the Humber Hawks. Robitaille once again. Robitaille. Dunlop. Into the open space, far side. Rose and chase, Gotti and chase. And this will be thrown here for Humber Hawks. Dunlop. Fire one up ahead. And that is going to be cleared away. Into the far side it goes. Machida and trail. Trying to win that ball back, and she does momentarily. And this will go out to play for a throw-in here for the Mariners. 31st minute of play here from Seaway. 1-0 lead for Humber over the VIU Mariners. The Mariners looking to prolong their stay of a potential bronze medal game tomorrow. Humber right now in the pole position to be in the bronze medal game with this 1-0 lead. Russell will play back out to Puntillo. Firing for it again. This will go off of Retta and played back out. And Dillabaugh cannot win that ball cleanly. This will be a throw in here for the Mariners, as it will be Reynolds who will take that throw in. And now another sub here is it will be the goal scorer, Spalla, going off in the game will be Medeiros.
Forward to the game, number 10, Caterina Medeiros.
So Medeiros in the game. And back with it is the Mariners. And this will go out of play once more. Reynolds will have a chance on another throw coming up. That ball is deflected and repelled away by Sarpiglia. Now Moto's pass. Here's Gignac. Going down the final third. Will she cross it? No, she won't. And cleared away by Robitaille. Back out to Yamamoto and cleared out this time in the nick of time by Retta. As VIU was sensing they had a shot on sight, but it did not come up big on that. Here's Dillaba. Swept away by Humber. Kinley. Oliveira. And that's pushed back out. And now racing back over is Creed as she will allow this ball to go out of play for another throw in here for VIU. Maybe Reynolds will take it once again. And that goes through a sea of legs. Here comes Ingram, and that pass to Dillaba will have too much depth on that, and this will be a goal kick here for the Humber Hawks. A bit of a slow burn since the opening goal. And you would expect that with the lactic acid built up for both these teams. You're playing their third game in 3 days. Robitaille, that takes the deflection from Gignac. Back out it comes. On the one-touch play, Humber now trying to work their way through Sarpiglia. Back out to the open space. Gaddy's launch up forward. Dunlop right there. Osborne off for crease. Dunlop will defer to get the ball instead from Osborne. And now she will fire one up ahead. Here's Dillaba. Push forward once again, headed back down by Humber. Here is Sarapiglia. She can't get to it. Russell will not do so. Lovely move by Kinley. Kinley goes back over, and here is Creed. And back with it is the center back for VIU. Kinley. Here's Rose. Rose twisting and turning. And be fired off by Creed. Up forward to the far end it comes. Dillaba. And pushed out by Puntillo for a throw in here for VIU on the far side. 10 minutes left in this first half before the 45. And another throw in here for the Mariners. And this will roll out of play for a goal kick here for the Humber Hawks. Robitaille on the kick. And now it goes back out to the far side. Carvalho. And that will go off for a throw-in for the Hawks. Humber now looking to establish their possession presence with a little less than 10 to go this first half. Played forward once again. Ingram can't get to that, and this will be pushed back out, and Osborne will be the receiver of that. Ricochet, Yamamoto. Gignac. Gignac, patience. Sarpiglia on her. Here is a pass to Gignac from Machida. And a crunching block. Deflected block. Machida still has it on the end line. Trying to work around Robitaille. Ingram over her head. Ingram again. Ingram to the left. Taken out this time by Oliveira. And Dillabau could not get that ball cleanly, and this would be right to the grasps of Humber. And forced up ahead. Serapiglia, oh. Yamamoto, play on, referee says. And now be forced up ahead by Medeiros. To the left side it goes. Carvalho in a race for it with Reynolds. And this will be run by Reynolds out of play for a throw-in here. And it will be Carvalho on the throw-in coming up here for the Hawks. Gaddy's pass. Here's Russell. Knocked over. No foul. Gignac now in the race. She puts on the afterburners and now looking to get that ball back. She does indeed. Gignac will miskick it. No foul. Referee says play on. And this will be a throw-in here for the Humber Hawks. And that will go out of play once more. Robitaille now in the throw-in. Creed. Russell. Osborne from the keeper position. Finds Ingram. And taken away by Humber. The ricochet this time from Retta. And now here's a chance coming through. Looking over. Medeiros losing it to Dunlop, who didn't twitch at all on that one-on-one battle. Dillabach can't get to it. Retta does, or I beg pardon, Gaddy does for Humber, and Puntillo now being pressured by Dillabach. Gaddy. That's going forward and played up ahead by Carvalho. And this will go out of play for a throw-in here for the Humber Hawks. 39th minute of play here from Seaway 3. Turning this way, that way is Medeiros. And now go back out. Here is Russell once more. Machida. Retta on the recovery. And they'll play it back to the keeper once again for Humber. Robitaille being pressured by Machida. And that is going to be punted away. Ingram will keep it back in the Humber territory, and that will go out of play, and a high ball up ahead, and this will go into the stands, and this will be a throw-in here for Gignac. 40th minute of play here from Seaway 3. Retta. Russell. Retta again. As she breaks through the press of VIU. And now it is Robitaille. Up ahead towards Oliveira. Coming now to the near side. That takes a deflection out of play. Sarah Piglia was the one. And this will be a throw-in here for Robitaille and for the Hawks. And Robitaille now in the chase with Machida. Robitaille jogging and calmly will put it out of play. Gignac on the throw coming up. Gignac will take a couple of steps back from the blue turf. A running start for her. And play back out. Yamamoto can't get to it. And this will go to play for another throw in here for the VIU Mariners. Gignac on it. Can Humber hold on to this lead going to the halftime team talk? Here is Yamamoto. Kinley. Gignac's got space down the left flank. And we'll let that go out of play, and that was caught in two minds. Gignac lost her concentration, took her eyes off the ball, and that will be a goal kick here for the Humber Hawks from Seaway 3. Here is Serapiglia. And that will go to play for a throw again. And this will be coming up for Gignac in the 42nd minute of play from Seaway 3. Machida. Right by Ingram. Russell can't get to it. Yamamoto does. Back out to Creed. Creed launching one as a diagonal up ahead and forced out by Puntillo. As right now it appears Humber is kind of holding on a little bit here, trying to make sure that they don't give up a late goal in this first half. And here's a shot that's off the back of Peltier, still out there. And Robitaille will clear it out of harm's way. Yamamoto, Ingram. Good movement by the VIU Mariners. This has been their best patches of play so far in this game. And this will be out of play for another throw in here. So the Mariners have the Hawks on their heels in the last few minutes of this first half. But could they find themselves a vital tying goal before the team break? Russell over her head. Yamamoto will get to it. Gignac. And this will go off of her, and this will be a throw-in for VIU as that went off of the Humber player, that is. Ingram. Machida. Lovely loop. Here's Dillabaugh on the left side. One player to beat. Dillabaugh going to the right, not to the left. Short side and off the crossbar. And oh my, the edge of the envelope being the BFF for Humber on that play. And it remains 1-0. Dillabaugh showing the ooze and the confidence and arrogance, going right to left and using this sharp, tight angle. And it remains 1-0 for the Hawks. And now Russell looking to take the sting away from the VIU Mariners. And now Russell going down there, and that will go to play as that ball rolled off here with about 90 seconds left in this first half. Play back out. Here is Russell. Played forward, up to Kinley. And with it is Creed on the far side. And now we're going to play for a throw in here for the VIU Mariners. Launch forward over everyone's head and right into the keeper's hands as we're about 40 seconds away from the 45 in this first half. And you would imagine, unless something else happens, that it would be at most 1 minute at a time in this first half. Robitaille will have the slow roll out as it appears that Humber is content going into the locker room up 1-0. And will make their readjustments again, playing their second game in less than 24 hours. And if they do win today, they'll play their third game in less than 48 hours when it's all said and done in the bronze medal game tomorrow at 1 p.m. Through ball, Dillabaugh, keeper off the line, and a great instinctive stoppage right there for the Humber Hawks. And that might have prevented it from being 1-1. And now you can start seeing VIU is probing their way through the back line of Humber. And there's no question that the team in the leader position need the team talk break to kind of refocus. And that goes off the hands. Oh my, and a twitchy moment here for Humber. 3 opportunities here for the Hawks on defense, and they come up 3 for 3. VIU starting to ask questions of this Humber defending. Played forward once more. Here is Medeiros. Russell in a 1v1 against Yamamoto. Dunlop back in there. Russell going to the left, going to the right. Russell feeds it through. Serapiglia right there through the legs of Gignac, and out of play goes. So at the end of the first half, eventful first half it was. Humber 1, VIU 0. Stay tuned here from Seaway 3. Welcome back here to Seaway 3 as we get ready for a kickoff of second half between Humber and VIU. Humber got on the board with Chantal Spala goal. And VIU start to pick up the pace in the final 5 minutes of play here. And you're wondering now for the Humber Hawks if they have the resources left in their fuel tank to just pull through in the final 45 to get themselves into the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon here from Seaway 3. And as we get ready for second half action, Humber will go right to left, VIU left to right for the second half. And Humber, it appears, will make a substitution coming up here. And now we get ready for the second half here from Seaway 3, and it will be Humber who will be attacking the forest end of the Seaway Park, and it will be VIU going towards the open end of the park. And we get ready for the second half action here from Seaway 3. Last words of encouragement from either side here as we are concluding day 3 here. We have one more game left to go in this day, and then we will be back here tomorrow morning for the 5th place game, the bronze medal game, and then, of course, the gold medal game at 4 p.m. So now we get ready for kickoff here from the Seaway 3. Could VIU continue its momentum building that they had in that first half, in which they were able to get some real quality in the second part of the opening period of play and get themselves a goal or two? We'll find out now. What does VIU have left in their bag of tricks? Does Humber have one more goal to give them a little bit of a gloss with them and the Mariners? Hannah Rose to get things underway in the second half, and we are ready to roll. And now flying in there is Shea Batty in the game for the first time today. Batty definitely had a bit of a influential first game against Seneca, and unfortunately did not come through as she was stonewalled by the Seneca goalkeeping. And that's pushed up ahead. Played down low into the head of Duncan, that is. Abby Duncan in the game for the first time today. Yamamoto's pass. That finds nothing more than Retta. Russell looping back out to the far side, headed back down by Dunlop. Here is Russell again. That goes over. Genova in the game. Space to work with. Here is Oliveira on the left side. Watch closely and now forced back out. Trying to turn and twist is Gatti. Back out to the near side it comes. Oliveira once again. Finds the open space, looking for the open hitter, and with it is Retta. Retta with a lovely ball. Here's space now for Russell. In the box she is. Going through. Watch closely this time by Reynolds, and this will go back out to Retta, and that pass is repelled away by the VIU line. And it goes over to Shea Batty, who will bring it back up. Batty closed off once more, and this will be played out to the left side of the formation and up ahead to Duncan. Duncan trying to do the give and go with Gignac, and this will go to play for a throw in here for the VIU, or now for the Humber Hawks. Robitaille. And that goes out of play for another throw in here for the Hawks as they move a few more yards upfield. Trying to get themselves some more real estate to work with here in the second half. Over the head of everybody, and that is going to be pushed away. Off the deflection of Russell's back. Still in play. Going for goal, and that will be wide off the foot of Genova, and this will go out of play for the VIU Mariners. over Gaddy's head, that is. Played back over this time to Puntillo, who's now trying to get the ball back, and she does as she took that away from Batty, and now it comes to Gaddy, and it plays out to Dunlop on the far left. Gignac, high up in the air. Support coming from Azucena, and this will be played back over to Gaddy once more. Here is Medeiros. Puntillo knocked over. Referee lets play go forward. And that will be too much for Oliveira. And this will be a throw in here for the Mariners. And that goes off of who? It was off of Gotti, or was this off of Batty? And this will be VIU ball. Reynolds with it. And that we play back out to Reynolds once again. Puntillo given away. Rose. That goes off the ricochet. Puntillo trying to recover on that mistake, and she will, and give it back to Oliveira. Up forward to Genova. Gotti. Back to the width, and it goes to Robitaille, and who will launch one up ahead. Space now. And you can just see Creed being pressured. Creed losing the hash. Creed caught in two minds. Osborne will push it out of play here in the 50th minute of play. And this will go back out into the open space. Gotti now trying to track it down against Batty, and this will be back over once more. There'll be a foul going against the Humber Hawks and the VIU free kick. Headed back into the final 18. And Reynolds couldn't get to that and be forced out of play by Peltier for a throw in here for the VIU Mariners. So the Mariners have really taken control of the possession and the positioning of where the flow of play has been, mostly in the Humber end in the last 12 minutes of game time. Duncan inside the last third. Through the face of goal. Here's a chance for Batty. Miss kick. And this will be a throw in here, and now VIU start to ask questions of this Humber defending. And it will be Reynolds on the throw-in. Duncan. Reynolds. And right into the hands it comes, and that will give the Hawks a respite, a pressure being applied by the VIU Mariners. Up over the head. Here into the center circle it goes. Caught by Dunlop. Rose gets it back down to earth. And here is Retta. Diagonal pass over Gignac. And now racing down there is Serapiglia. And a race going with it against Yamamoto. Serapiglia. Coming through is Medeiros. Tripped up. Medeiros threw ball to Gotti, or to Russell, that is, and she was probably a yard away from that ball and could not get that cleanly. And this will go off for a goal kick coming up here for the Humber, for the VIU Mariners. Played up. Retta. Back heel by Russell. It goes right to Dunlop instead. Duncan's pass. And finds Gignac racing down the seam with the afterburners on. And a trip right there. Batty right there on the end line. This goes off of who? And this will be a corner kick against Humber. And VIU will get their corner. Maybe Duncan here. Better encouragement coming in from the Mariners. And now, can they unlock this Humber defending to get themselves a goal to tie it up at 1-1? That is repelled away rather easily this time by Genova. And now we've got to play for another throw in here for the Mariners. We have a substitution coming up here for VIU. And going off and coming on will be Hawthorne in for Reynolds. And play back out. Here come Gignac. That pass deflected away. Reynolds all by herself. Trying to find an option to work with, and this got to play for another throw in here for the VIU Mariners. Duncan around Retta. Duncan again, which he knocked over one of the Humber players, and it'll be VIU possession with Gignac on the throw in once more. And played back out. Here's Russell. Long ball through, and Dunlop right there to take that away as she was trying to find Genova on the seam, and she does. Here's Russell again, racing up ahead, sliding her way through. Russell again. Can she get the third chance? No, she won't, and be right to the circle it comes. Gotti. A hook pass up ahead. Oliveira can't get to that. And in there's Puntillo, and this will be played back out to VIU on the near side. Hawthorne's first touch. And backing up a couple of steps is Peltier. And that goes through. And now here come the VIU Mariners the other way. Up with it is Okabe, and now Maddie with it. And 3 white shirts took away that ball. And trying to get that ball is Hawthorne, and that will go to play as Oliveira will force field that way, and this will be a goal kick here as we're through 10 minutes in this second half, that is. Goal kick here for the Humber Hawks. Mariners down by 1 as we're through 10 here in this second half of action. Played up in the air, still going forward, and back down comes the Batty. 1 hop, 2 hop. Almost a dangerous play as Duncan was coming in like a raging bull. Back with it is Gignac on the left side. And this has been one-way traffic for the VIU Mariners as the Humber Hawks have been in a cul-de-sac and have unable to get out of this rut of trying to maintain possession and get some chances. This might help them, and this will help them indeed. It'll be a foul against Duncan. And the referee giving a quick explanation, making sure that they ease up on the physicality when it comes to those 50-50 balls in the air. Fired up ahead. This will go past by Sarah Piglia, and this will be a throw in here for the VIU Mariners. And now to the final third is Russell. Triple team knocked over. And referee says no. So play on we go. Referee allowed some things to happen with the physical stuff, and Humber not happy about that. And that's pushed up ahead, and Puntillo there, the furthest or deepest that is on the ball coming back to her. And that's played back up ahead. That's off the deflection of Hannah Rose. Gotti with it. Gotti, lovely touch by her. And this will go back over to Gignac, who can't get the possession in favor. And now it is Russell who does a pirouette, and a pirouette times 2. And this goes over the head. Here is Kinley. Handball, no call, referee says. And now it will be called, but this will be in favor of VIU. So Humber not happy about that, thinking it was a handball on Kinley. And now this will be back in favor of the VIU Mariners. Free kick coming up from about 44 yards out. Launched in, deflected right into the keeper's mitts. And that will be averted for anything going against the Humber Hawks. Push forward, headed down by Dunlop. Retta's pass. And here is Retta. Toe poke, gets the interplay working well. Tried to find Russell in the right wing. Russell now in the race with Yamamoto. She will win that. Now trying to cross over. Russell inside the 18. Centering pass through. Here's a chance for goal. And a save by Osborne off the foot of Medeiros. Here's Gotti. A little bit more. Oliveira to her left. Puntillo goes to the right. To Retta. And back out it comes as Humber trying to stretch open this VIU formation. Robitaille's long ball. And right there's Dunlop to take that away. And an open space pass does not find the intended target. Robitaille right there. Here's Retta the other way from the circle. Retta with a nice dazzling move against Rose. And now a diagonal pass through. Screeching down to the right side it comes. Into the box it goes. Dunlop right there. Russell the intended target. Headed back into the 18. Back out of the 18. And over by Rose. Sky in the air. Gatti's forward-thinking pass. We'll get it back on the second attempt. And now Puntillo, it was the right execution, but had too much depth on that. And this will be a throw in here for VIU. That's played forward. Up ahead again, and now it is going to be Pelche who will let the ball roll to her right. And it will be over to Robitaille. They switch spots on the backline corridor. And a giveaway, Batty. Robitaille now in a defensive position. Batty trying to work its way through, and that's taken away. Here's Robitaille. A re-rack of the possession for the Humber Hawks. Long ball through. Over the head of Yamamoto. Russell now racing down the Dunlop and trail. Yamamoto now taking over the central position of the back four. Russell knocked over by Dunlop. Two big hitters going at each other, and the one in black wins that battle. And this goes out of play as Sarah Piglia could not get that cleanly, and this will be a throw in here for the VIU Mariners. Gignac with another throw in. Launching one, force push, and a whistle. And this will be a free kick here for the Humber Hawks. And finding her way through is Duncan through a maze of white. And Dunlop with a nice little cheeky move back out to Creed. Creed. Batty. And Okabe couldn't get that cleanly, and this will be pushed back out into the circle logo once more. Into open space it comes, and that is a little further away than expected for Oliveira to get. So Creed will allow this ball to go out of play for a throw in here. 63rd minute of play. 1-0 lead for Humber over VIU. Rose. That's taken away this time by Haley Lewis. I beg your pardon. Amber Hawthorne, that is. And this will be a throw in again for the Mariners. Launched this time into the Humber territory. No one but a white shirt and Pelche there for it. Retta. Puntillo. That ball from Medeiros. will go out of play, and this will be a goal kick here for Osborne. Pushed up ahead. Okabe. Dunlop. Creed has some space to work with on the near side. Will lightly push that one up ahead, and this goes into the feet of Hannah Rose. Played back through, and with it is Hannah Rose once again. Rose finds a nice scorching pass through, and for Akabi, she will have a slow roller to the near side. That goes off the back heel, and right to Retta it comes. Off the back of Oliver, or Medeiros that is, and now back over to the Mariners it comes. This is a very testing time here for the Humber Hawks from a physical standpoint of mental concentration. With 25 to go, can they lock it down here for the next 10 to 15 minutes to squeeze the clock in their favor? And now here they come with a 3 versus 3. Russell in the middle, and that ball coming in from Sarah Piglia did not find Russell at all. Pushed up ahead. And Gotti knocked over. Referee says play on. So allowing the physicality to keep forward. Retta, Gotti. Watched by Okabe. Back out, and it goes out of play, and this will be thrown for VIU. Here's Medeiros. Back out to Creed. Launching up ahead, and this be played through, and this will be offside. And offside is the call. It is going to be called against Genova, who is about 3 yards ahead of the flow. Did not get back on side in time. And this will be a free kick here for the VIU Mariners. Yamamoto's pass to Duncan. She gets the return pass. Long ball through. Batty can't get that cleanly. This will be off the line, right into the keeper's hands. And as the clock starts to shrink by the seconds, does VIU have the key to unlock this Humber defending? And a foul going against the Mariners. And this will be against Yamamoto. Russell being the down player. We'll see how she is moving forward. And we'll see what the situation is now for the Humber Hawks. And again, playing your third game in essentially 48 hours is no easy feat. Humber had the 10 o'clock game on day 1, the 3 o'clock game on day 2, and now the 12:30 game here on day 3. And that could definitely have some wear and tear on the tires of these young ladies. Osborne, oof, had a moment of heart in the mouth on that free kick. Play back forward. Gotti knocked over by the position of the ball, and she's slow to get up. Sarah Pigley now with it. And it appears Gotti might have suffered a muscle issue as she's now back up. And again, we talk about the 3 games in 48 hours, the taxing of the body. And this will go out of play for what will be a throw in here. An injured Humber Hawk as well. So we've seen a few of the Hawk players going down. And there's no question they want to get that 24-hour rest period if they can, if they do win this soccer game with 22 minutes left in this matchup. And Gotti's down on one knee. There's another Humber Hawk down on the far end. Russell a little bit wincing in pain. A test of fiber now for this Hawks team and making sure that they keep themselves focused on closing out this game. So Robitaille will have to move back a few more steps here on this free kick. And that's launched up ahead. Yamamoto with the knockdown. And this takes Duncan and benefit bounce. Back over to Batty, who's now in a race against Puntillo. She beats her 2-on-1. Batty, well played by Pelche. And that prevented a goal scoring opportunity for the VIU Mariners. And now the Hawks are starting to tread water a little bit here late in this game. That's played over, and this is going to be sliced through. And here is Caitlin Russell against Dunlop. Two big hitters on each other's teams going at it, and this time it is VIU that wins that battle once more. Rose given away once more by Hannah Rose. Now the lovely footwork, and now that does not go through cleanly, and back out it comes to Kinley. Plays it over, and this will be right by Amber Hawthorne. This will go back over to the Humber Hawks. Double substitution now. Medeiros is going off. So Robitaille is off, and coming to the game will be Ettore in the game. And Spalla back in for Medeiros. So goal kick here for the Hawks. 19 left in this game. Spalla's first touch. As she gets by the first wave, can't get by the second wave of black defenders. Up ahead and recovered by VIU. Play over the head, and now trying to get that ball back is Oliveira. And she will win the 50-50 against Rose. And one back over. And here is Russell and a whistle, and that will be a foul against the Humber Hawks. And the pantomime reaction from the Hawk faithful here. Not happy with that. And this will be a free kick here for Creed. And that's defended by Gotti. Pushed away now, Dunlop inching closer towards the action. And we'll play it back over this time to Gignac. And now Russell in a race with Osborne. And Osborne will sky one up in the air. And this will go back out of play for a throw in here for the VIU Mariners. Another whistle. And there will be a double sub here for the Mariners, or they will hold off on that momentarily as they will wait. Dunlop, rare miscue. This will be a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. Puntillo on the throw on the near side. Looking for options, she finds Russell. Russell trying to stiff arm her way through. She's knocked over and a foul, and this will be a free kick here for the Humber Hawks, which gives them a little bit more space to work with. It will be Oliveira on the free kick. Could they find an insurance policy of a second goal here in the second half? Header, Osborne right there. That's pushed up ahead. Played back over. Here's Oliveira. Russell's offside, but Spalla wasn't. Played back over, headed over the twist. And now coming through on the hop is Gotti, Gignac, Okabe, Yamamoto. Here's Dunlop. With it now is Kinley. Going to the near side with Kinley again. Can't get to it cleanly, and now this goes back over to the Hawks. Through a ball, and here's a chance for Humber, and the keeper and Osborne off the line as Spalla just didn't have the afterburners on as quickly as she desired, because if she did, it might be 2-0 for the Humber Hawks. Retta now twisting over. Played up ahead, and this will be a foul against Humber. It'll be VIU kick. Quarter of an hour left in this matchup. Double sub coming in for the Mariners. As in the game will be Jade Dillabaugh. Okabe's off. And going off will be Abby Duncan. And Hopman in the game as well. So VIU, knowing that they have to bring on the heavy hitters at this juncture, if they do tie it up, they need the PK specialists after. On top of that, if they get the 1-1 tie. Rose pushed off, played up. Here is Russell. That's played up ahead, and this will go back over. And here's Dillabaugh. In a tussle going against and won by Sarah Piglia. Retta. And Dillabaugh almost got that ball. It was very close. Kinley. Back out to the far side is Shea Batty, and this will go out of play for a throw-in. The 2022 CCAA Women's National Championships presented by Desjardins here from Seaway 3. 1-0 lead for Humber over VIU. And that's won by the Hawks. Played back out. Here is Hannah Rose. That's pushed up ahead. Yamamoto will bring it back out to Osborne as they look to open up this Humber Hawk formation. It appears Humber right now just trying to hold on to this lead. It'll take the mental concentration as the most important aspect of it. And here's Gotti, who's had an active second half. Spalla can't get to that. Retta, Spalla, Oliveira, Peltier. Hotman on pursuit of her. Retta again. And a foul going against the Mariners. And it will be a free kick here for Oliveira. And that's a knock of Titans right there with Spalla against Dunlop. Back out it comes. Creed. A little hop move right there by Hawthorne. And play back out on the back heel. And now here is Russell. Lovely flick. And that's recovered by Rose. And now Russell trying to get that back through two Mariners. Couldn't do so cleanly. And back into the circle it comes. Here is Kinley. And this will go back out. Osborne off her line. As we inch ever so close to the ending of this matchup here. VIU has 11 minutes to find a goal to tie this game up by 1-1. Gotti can't win 50-50 against Batty, and this will go back out towards a throw in here for the Mariners. And a sub coming in as Rose will go off. And the game is Mazarenko.
Number 18, Hannah Rose. Going to the game, number 13, Olivia Mazarenko.
And that's forced through once again. Here's a chance for VIU, and Puntillo will force a corner kick instead. And with it will be Mazarenko, who will take the first touch on a corner kick from the far side. Dillaba is at the lip of the 6-yard edge. Humber will need to have full concentration mode on protecting this 1-goal lead. Inswinger. Deflected, 1-1. A priceless tying goal for VIU, and they get it in the 80th minute of play. Humber was holding, and they were holding, and unfortunately, the water broke through on a goal by VIU. So Pelche off, Sarapiglia back in the game. And now this game back in the balance. Parity restored. And this will go back out for a throw in here. Does VIU have a potential smash and grab opportunity here to get themselves the game-winning goal? Or are we going to see PK?
Mariners goal, scored by number 20. Today, Yamamoto.
So Yamamoto with the goal.
Today, Yamamoto.
The Mariners happy with that, and now we are in the 82nd minute of play. Dunlop. You're going to see a little bit more pep in the step here for the VIU Mariners. Could they get that second goal? Mazarenko's corner kick was perfect. She came at the right time. And now VIU is sort of, or I beg your pardon, Humber is sort of hanging on here. Hawthorne. That's pushed up ahead. Headed back down by Dunlop. And it comes over. And a crash of bodies right there as a Tory got knocked over. This will be a free kick for the Humber Hawks. And you have to wonder now if Humber's playing for the PKs. It was not if, but when, and it came on a header by VIU. Dunlop around Russell. Played forward again. Hawthorne. Here's Dillaba. Dillaba turning to her left. Finds Kinley, and that ball intended for Hawthorne goes out of play, and this will be a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. And this goes right by Spalla, who got the opening goal for the Hawks. And there's a crash of bodies right there. Gignac went down, play on, and that ball, and Gignac did not expect that play to happen as Stusnov was incidental contact right there. To the left side it comes. Whistle, offside is VIU. So Humber, what do they have in their tonic to get themselves a potential go-ahead goal in the late stages of this matchup against VIU? Takes a ricochet. Spalla has it. Spalla can't get to it. Here's a chance for a goal, and that was shanked by Genova. Didn't get the right technique on the weight and connection on the ball. And this will be a goal kick here for the VIU Mariners. That's up in the air. Gotti's got it. Try to get around Gignac. She does. Gotti now in the race Watched closely by Mazarenko. And back out it comes. Retta, lovely, sleek move by her. That takes a deflection to Torrey. Back out to the near side it comes. That goes out of play for another throw in here for Torrey. Poked up in the air, headed by Dunlop. Gotti, Oliveira, Russell, too heavy of a touch. Torrey now with it. Miss kick. But luckily for her, Hopman did not see that. This goes back over. Oliveira tried to pull off a cheek move, but couldn't do so cleanly, and back out it comes. Robitaille caught in two minds, and it goes right to the keeper. As Puntillo, I beg your pardon, was the player who was caught in two minds, not Robitaille. Dunlop, back over again. Here is Oliveira. Russell trying to work her way through. And now a delayed whistle, and this will be a free kick coming up here for VIU. And going off will be Gignac, and coming on will be Machida. So now VIU starting to prepare for the PKs late in this game here. You can just see the mental wear and tear on the Humber Hawks. They're just holding on right now. A little less than 4 to go, plus added time. VIU smelling blood in the water. Their tails are up for a potential go-ahead goal. This could be it, and this won't be it. Spalla misfired on that, and that is going to be saved and out of play this time by Stushnov. And this will be a throw in here for Yamamoto. And she'll hand it off, and she'll get it back once again. Diagonal pass, kicked away. Headed back down, still alive, and pushed out by Humber. You can just see now it is a question of survival of the fittest. Trying to overcome this glitch that they had in the last 15 minutes of play. Here is Dillaba. And this goes out for a corner kick. And we saw what happened last time on this corner kick. Mazarenko was the creator, and Yamamoto was the goal maker. And Oliveira a little bit slow right now. And she will now walk her way through. No subs are lined up for Humber right now. With 2 minutes left in this game, in the 88th minute of play. Mazarenko on the outswinger. Header, far post. And that goes by. Dunlop was right there, but didn't get the dip required. And this will be a goal kick. Humber could be entering another lottery of PKs on back-to-back nights. What is their mental psyche this time around if we enter that draw of who can get themselves a goal? And Yamamoto will defer to Osborne. VIU, Humber, Toronto against Nanaimo. Up in the air it comes. Back down it comes. Still up in the air. Play through. Trying to get that is Genova. And back out by Dunlop. Over the heads of multiple players. Now Dillaba is in the race. She will get to it first on the left side. Two options to her right. Dillaba held up. And will play back out to the far left. And here come the Mariners. They got three options inside the box. Into the six it comes. Loose ball for the lead. And a shank right there that was blocked. And still alive in the end. And that could have been it. As Hopman had it at her feet. But that shot lacked the clinical finish required. And this will go back to a free kick here. As now it is a question for Humber to see this game out and go to PKs. And this will go back. Here's a race. Hopman now, step for step with Puntillo. Down the last third she comes. Hopman will play back over. Dillaba has it. Now twisting and turning, and Retta will push it back out for a throw in here as we're in the final minute of play from the 90. Tails are up here for the Mariners. They are sensing there could be another goal late in this game here. And what a twist in the story plot this would be if they can find themselves a goal at the death of this matchup. Hotman, or Hawthorne that is. That will be offside. This will go out of play instead. In fact, this will be a throw in here for the Humber Hawks. Oliveira will come through that kick. Russell now just trying to preserve her energy as we're in the final 10 seconds of this second half. That's given away. Here's Humber. Could he get one last chance? Could this be a smash and grab for the Hawks? Going to the far side. Genova going to be batting on that. And we have 3 minutes of added time. Back in and this will go back over. Here come the VIU Mariners. Creed with it. Played back over. Creed launching one up ahead. This is definitely doable. Machida out there. And saving the day is the keeper for Humber and Denisi. Russell racing down there against Creed. This will go out for a throw-in. First minute of the injury time almost is complete. And that's pushed away by Dunlop. Here's Delaba. Played through and knocked over is Peltier. This will be a free kick. As you can see, a bit of over-anxious moments here for the Mariners looking for that late goal. Oliveira pushing one up ahead. Headed by Yamamoto. Machida can't get to it. Peltier does. That's played back out, and here's Hotman. Headed away by Gotti. Here's Oliveira. And that is won by VIU. And that will go out of play off of Oliveira. This will be a throw in here for the VIU Mariners. It is Hotman, or it is Hawthorne, that will have the throw in for the Mariners. Headed by Hotman. Retta onside. Here's a chance. Could this be it? Offside. Oh, my. And that was a photo finish on whether that was onside or offside. It appears she was onside that was from our vantage point. And now with a minute left before the 3 expiration minutes of time. Play through to the far side, headed back down. Kinley. Still going forward, and up forward is Ettore. Diagonal pass. Peltier will keep it in harm's way. Dillaba. Here's a shot, and right into the keeper's hands, and that might be the last act for either side here in this game. We're definitely in the final stages of the 3. And that is it. We go back to the scene of the crime for Humber. PK's coming up here. How will their mental focus be? And for VIU, they get their first dance at the PKs coming up here. Stay tuned as we get ready for PKs from Seaway 3. 1-1 after 90. PKs to determine who will go to the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned. Welcome back here to CCAA 3. It is now PKs for the bronze medal semifinal game between Humber and VIU. And unfortunately for the Hawks, there is an injured player being helped off the pitch for the Humber Hawks. Well, that is not good news again. The taxation that these players go through playing so many games in a small window, especially losing in the semifinal yesterday, which is now 3 games in 48 hours for the Humber Hawks. The same thing for the VIU Mariners, but in terms of the mental focus of the emotional roller coaster that they went through yesterday against Champlain for the Humber Hawks, how will they react now on their second consecutive PK draw? It's almost like a lottery now for these teams. The question now remains, who can come up with the winning lotto ticket? And the Red Deer Queens warming up behind us as they get ready for their game against the Seneca Sting. And now the coin toss with Dunlop and Russell being done. Be curious to see if Humber wins, if they will go to the opposite end of the pitch to our right for the PKs coming up. And now the moment of truth for both teams. This game brought to you by Sport Canada, the major funding partner of the CCAA and its championships, and Canada Soccer, the national sport organization partner of the CCAA. Humber, VIU, and we're going to go back to the scene of the crime here for VIU, for Humber, which lost in the left end of this field to the Champlain St. Lambert Cavaliers. And now a test of fiber for the both teams here. One glitch could open up this game for either side. PK's now up here as we get ready for what will be the first one coming up. Keeper's now getting the last explanation. And now it is time for the truth or consequence of the PKs. Someone's going to the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon, and someone will be condemned to the 5th place game tomorrow morning. And it will be the captain of this team, Caitlin Russell. Oozes with confidence, plays with the flair that you want from a showstopper like her, a box office name, a box office finisher. Can she set the tone here for the Humber Hawks and give them the first goal? And here is Russell's first attempt. Taking a deep breath, and here comes the first kick. Russell got it. 1-0 lead for Humber. And now it is time for the captain on the opposite end, Cara Dunlop. Dunlop has had a sensational tournament for the VIU Mariners, and she seems very confident to take this PK. Looking for her first goal. Dunlop, short approach. Dunlop, got it. Straight down the middle. No issues at all. And now it's a 1-1 game. And now it is the goal scorer that opened up this game here for the Humber Hawks and Chantal Spalla. Could Spalla give the Hawks a 2-1 edge in the second round of PKs? Spalla goes eyeball to eyeball with Osborne. Who will flinch first? Spalla from the central part. Spalla off the post. And now VIU has a chance to have the hammer in their hands. And a long walk back for Spalla. Osborne was beat.
Shooting for VIU, number 3, Jay Batty.
Batty now up. And now Batty looking to give a 2-1 lead. Batty shanked it. That ball goes all the way to the Pacific Ocean, and Spalla has been exonerated with that miss. And who will take the lead, Humber or VIU? And now it is time for a chance for Torrey to come through it. Torrey can potentially give them the lead. She had 2 goals during the regular season, and now Torrey looking to give the Humber Hawks a 3-2 lead. She got it. Ice veins in her arms. No hesitation. She knew what she wanted, and she beat Osborne. And now the pressure goes on to Kinley. Kinley had 1 goal during the regular season, and now a 3-2 lead for the Humber Hawks. We are into round number 4 of kickers in the opening 5. Could Kinley give the precious equalizer here? Kinley straight towards the ball. And cheek and class on that. 3-3.
Now shooting for Humber, number 20, Emma Shutnoff.
So Shusnoff now will have a chance. 2-2 game here. Shusnoff for the lead. And she went top drawer on that, oozing with class and confidence on that. And Humber back in the pole position once again. And here is the top hitter for the VIU Mariners, Saki Machida. Machida had 3 goals during the regular season, and now to tie it up once again. Machida doing a couple of touches on the ball. She did come back in the game, so you wonder how cold she is coming in. It didn't work for Humber yesterday, and Machida does a couple of pirouettes for the tie. Machida simply cheeky on that. And now 3-3 here. And a chance for Oliveira to take a 4-3 lead in the last round of the 5. Oliveira during the regular season had no goals but 2 assists. And now the biggest kick of her Humber season right here. Oliveira off the crossbar, the edge of the envelope. Osborne didn't flinch. And now it is Dillaba who can put Humber to the sword and book their ticket to the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon. And this could be back-to-back heartbreaks for the Humber Hawks in PKs. Oliveira, the long walk back. Now they need a prayer here, a miracle to come through. Dillaba for the win. VIU has booked their place in the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon. Anguish, heartbreak for the Humber Hawks, who had a valiant fight, but unfortunately did not come through at the end. And for the VIU Mariners, they have booked their trip towards the bronze medal game tomorrow afternoon here from Seaway 3. The OCWA champions are going to go home medalists at the Nationals. A tough break here for the Humber Hawks. Can only imagine what they're going through. Back-to-back PK losses in less than 24 hours. You can't script this stuff, and unfortunately for them, this script became reality. And for the VIU Mariners, they took a knockout blow from Seneca in the opening game and now have won 2 in a row and now 1 win away from a bronze medal tomorrow afternoon here from Seaway 3. VIU had the monopoly of dominance in the second half. They got the tying goal in the final 10 minutes, and they got the knockout blow from Dillaba in the last kick of the 5. And for Oliveira, a tough ending to her season of not having a chance to play for a bronze medal. You can just see the anguish on her face. And coach giving her the pep talk. And for the VIU Mariners, Nanaimo will play for a medal for tomorrow afternoon, the bronze medal that is. And for the Humber Hawks, they'll play for 5th place tomorrow morning against the loser of Seneca and Red Deer.
Presented by Ford Grid. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jay Schufelt of St. Clair College, host of the 2023 Men's Soccer Nationals. Player of the game, Humber's number 16, Kiara Pontillo.
So Pontillo, the player of the game for the Hawks.
And VIU's number 20, Kane Yamamoto.
Yamamoto, the player of the game for the Humber Hawks.
And I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for both
For the VIU Mariners, that is, I beg your pardon. And Robert Shaw will be joined by Yamamoto for the post-game quotes.
Can I please join me for a couple questions, quick.
Humber now plays for 5th place, and VIU plays for bronze tomorrow afternoon. Here is Robert Shaw with Yamamoto.
Today, how does it feel being down in the first half, coming back like that, completing very well in the second half? How does it feel to push it to the pace and then taking over finally at the end of the game?
It was like really tough game for sure, but we were playing like really good all the time. Like we were like on balls all the time. So yeah, everyone was doing so good. So that's why you can read. Yeah.
Beautiful team effort, great team effort, pushing it all the way to PK's great game. Now, you have 3 games in 3 days. Now you're going to the bronze medal game tomorrow. How do you guys prepare yourself? How do you get ready for that 4th game in 4 days in a row? How do you guys do that?
Ice bus. Yeah, but yeah, we are like really ready for tomorrow for sure. Yeah, we want to win tomorrow for sure. Yeah, we have like a lot of plans and we are playing for everything, everyone, so we'll win tomorrow.
Perfect. Well, the rest of luck tomorrow in the bronze medal game. Congratulations once again. Ladies and gentlemen, VIU.
So there you have it. We are wrapped up here. VIU, the winners over Humber and PKs. And now we get ready for the second half of the bronze medal playing game between Seneca and Red Deer. Stay tuned here from Seaway 3.